Hey y'all. Yay. And happy Sunday, good people. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Yay. Happy birthday to you. It's the day of your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yay. Y'all. Y'all know we've been covering this case for a while now. And you know I'm going to sit back and I'm going to stay on it. It's a lot of things that is going on in this case that they had to leave out. Because, you know, you can't know everything. They can't tell you everything about this track meet, right? They can't. I'm going to give y'all time up, allow y'all enough time to come in, okay? Shout out to my teachers and my coaches. Yay. And shout out to my good parents. Now, y'all, I said in my last video something that this generation hasn't been taught. And the reason why they haven't been taught, because that's not what y'all teach them. See, I know a lot of people say, we don't need to live back in time. We don't need to live back in the days. We don't need to live in the days that the way we raised our kids and what we tell our kids when they out of place. But I think some stuff that we need to go back. Change it a little bit, but just go back. It's not enough discipline to me. Not discipline doesn't mean, see, we're not, they're not, they know what you're talking about, but they're not educated in believing the word discipline. Okay? Now, I want to get into a couple of things today. A couple of things we're going to talk about Karmelo Anthony. We're going to focus on Karmelo Anthony. And your reaction respectfully matters. Okay? Now, the reason why I want to get into this young man right here, something just ain't right. Something just ain't right that day. Something just ain't right. Something just not. Something wasn't right when he left the house. Something wasn't right when he packed that bag for that district meet. And a district meet happened all the way from that morning to I say a good 8 a.m. to about 4 or 5 in the evening. I know they do. And then sometimes it all depends on what team it is. Now, it's a lot of questions that we're going to get into a lot of things. And it's some videos out there, y'all. I don't even know how they got to the video. And it don't look like Anthony, but I'm going to show y'all the video. You know, I got to show y'all everything, right? You know, I'm going to tell y'all. Y'all know I'm always researching for y'all people. For my people over here on this channel. You know, I'm always searching anything. Other people who from other channel, you from another channel. Hey, you can at least hit the like button. You sitting there listening. So we're gonna. It's a lot going on in this case, because what tripped me out is this case right here has drawn a lot of attention, but then he stabbed a young man, and all we can hear is self-defense. But then we got these two twin brothers right here. I got to bring their name up to y'all because I just can't believe how y'all spending time on this, but y'all ain't spend time on talking about these boys. Now hold up, let me show you. Because I got a mixed emotion about this right here, and it hurts my feeling. You all have put so much time, and guys, I'm talking to y'all, on Karmelo Anthony case. Y'all have put so much time on this case where he unalive and stabbed a Caucasian boy. I'm just gonna tell the truth, because that's the way that y'all talking, not me, you all. And here we are. We have two twin brothers on top of Bell Mountain who was, I'm gonna say, initiated in the back of their head. They was shot on the back of their head, and they tried to call it murder-suicide. But the family said they weren't going for that. I can't understand. Y'all have not put no pressure on this case right here. You got two boys on top of Bell Mountain in a sundown county, and y'all ain't said nothing about these boys right here. And the fireman right here is the one who took a picture of them and sent it to the high school. Nobody talking. Y'all guys are not talking about this. You probably see about 2 men talking about this. But y'all have put, this is the same, this is worse than what happened right here. This is worse than what went on right here. And y'all not making noise of saying nothing. So I want to hear the same thing go for these black boys right here that y'all overlooked. Cudell and Isaiah Lewis, who was shot in the back of the head on top of Bell Mountain in a town in a sundown county in Georgia. I want to see y'all put the same thought. I mean, all y'all men on this case right here. But we can't get y'all to talk about the twin boys. What make this case I mean, what make it so not talked about? That hurt my feeling, y'all, because y'all ain't putting it into Nazar and Kadir Lewis case. And they found the fireman who did this to them. These two boys, two twins boys. But here y'all go making up stuff and making an argument about this case. I don't understand it. I don't understand why we put so much focus on certain cases, and we should put the same energy on all cases. Now, Karmelo worried me. I've been, he been on my mind. And the reason why Karmelo Anthony is on my mind because he did something unusual. And what came through my brain is what was on Karmelo's mind when he came to that track meet, and what was Karmelo Anthony afraid of on the morning at that Frisco track meet? What is it that he was afraid of? Now, before we get started, close that screen door and start letting all them flies up in here. Now, what was on Karmelo Anthony's mind when he came to that track meet? I want to know. something was on this young man's mind because the reaction, how he reacted. So did it come from home? Did it come from Friday school? And Friday when he got out of school, he had an altercation with someone and they were going to be at the track meet. Did he have a problem with somebody on his team? Something was on this young man's mind. Now, something was on Austin, man. But I want to focus right here. I want to focus. If I focus on him for a minute, because we're moving too fast on this case. I want to get into what a activist said. I want to critique this activist, and I want to critique this young man who put out this video, where he get this video from, and I want to get social media is convinced that this young man was afraid of his life. Now, let me tell you something. Football players get tackled, they get pushed down, they get hit, they get popped up in the air, they probably break an arm, they probably break a leg, a toe, a fingernail, or something. But all depends on their position. They don't get caught like that. But I want to get to this young man. Chose to sit, and I'm not going to say rain, that he got out the rain, because he didn't have to go up under that tent for the rain. But since wasn't nobody under the tent, he allegedly stopped by the tent. But I don't want to put the rain in it, because we be in the rain. And then if my thing is with him, I want to focus on him, because he was he in his right mind when he came to that track meet. Where were this young man teammates? He's not the only one in the district, or he could have been the only one from his team that made it in a field event. Was he the only one made it in the long jump, the high jump, the shot put? Because he have to get there early, y'all. And really, they're not even thinking about fighting early in the morning. What was on his mind? We can't say what was on his mind. Now, when I look at this case, and I hope it comes out in court, but we're not going to know. I really want them to come out and tell me, how do y'all know that these young men do not know each other and they in the same county, in the same district? How do y'all know that Karmelo and Austin, and I really want to pick at this activist, and I just want to get how he know that Karmelo and Austin, Metcalf, they ain't never seen each other before. This is weird. Then they play in the same district at their football. Then they play football against each other. Haven't they heard of each other? I put it like this. How do y'all know they haven't heard of each other if they in the same district? And y'all trying to say that Austin Metcalf was popular. I just want to know why. I know the brother said that he don't know the boy. How do we know? How do they not know each other in the district? And they play football against each other. You got a wide receiver, and you got I may be saying a linebacker. You got people, you got two teams that play against each other. And guess what? We as coaches and as our player know who we about to go against. We know we got to look out. Hey, linebacker, Austin Metcalf, watch out for him. Hey, you got this wide receiver, you got this quarterback, you got Karmelo Anthony. You don't hear that? Y'all remember him? These schools know each other, y'all. Don't let them fool y'all. These kids know each other. Now I want to say, and I want to still say, we're going to get into something, and I really want to get into the activists, okay? And I want to show y'all this video first. I want to know, where did this young man get this video from, or did he make up this video? That's why you can't believe stuff out here. Now we're going to take a look at a video that he alleged that this is Karmelo and Austin up on the tent talking to another coach. But y'all can't be them because y'all say they don't know each other. So why are these videos? Where these videos coming from? Where y'all making these videos at? Where y'all recording these videos at? I'm gonna make y'all make that decision. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. I'm gonna let y'all make. You know I got to show y'all stuff. You know me. I got to show y'all stuff. Now, when I seen the video, it freaked me out. I thought they said they didn't know each other. Hey, Devin, that my boy. I want to know how they know. And Devin, I'm gonna drop that link too. I'm gonna drop that link too, baby. Okay, let me go share this video with y'all. And then I'm gonna drop my link, because y'all are welcome to come up here and speak. Speak your mind, speak your piece. But I'm about to let y'all look at this video. Let me turn the music out as well. Y'all know I'm nosy, and all grandmama nosy. You sure did came just in time. That's why I'm about to drop my link so you can talk about this too. Yeah, this is the first time I seen the video. And you know, like me, you and I was talking yesterday, and I'm on TikTok. I'm good. I'm known on TikTok. I'm pretty good on TikTok. And I dropped that link too. Let me show y'all this. Let me turn the music out. I saw the video and it shocked me, y'all. When I saw the video, I said, let me show my people. I make sure y'all get them lights up. Get them lights up now. I work too hard over here for y'all. Y'all know I take naps and wake up early. Well, look, y'all, I'm gonna share this video with you, okay? Okay. Look at this, y'all. Look at this video. This is the video. And y'all can share it to y'all channel. How they get this video? I want y'all to look at that picture for me and tell me who these two boys are. Somebody out there, tell me who these two boys are. Is this Karmelo? Is this Austin? This video said they was tailgating. But see, y'all, that's what they were saying. Don't believe everything that you see out here. But I want y'all to check this out. Watch this, y'all. So anybody out there, y'all can come up here and tell me. Sitting out there, talk to me. Look, listen to this. So I ask y'all, is that Karmelo? And is that Austin? Yes or no? Is that Austin, Devin? Anybody out there, y'all sitting there watching, I'm giving y'all information. This conversation that they have, and not even a good conversation, but is they making up this? Do that supposed to be right there? Austin? So they Austin. When I looked at this video, I said that's not Austin. That's not even Karmelo either. But y'all see how people put out videos and lies. So the So we're gonna say, welcome to the chat, Kay. So we're gonna say that that doesn't even look like these look like college students. I mean, this don't even look like uh Carmelo, and this doesn't look like uh uh Austin, because if you see Austin, you see his brother. Now Kay said people questioning Carmelo action, but not the so-called innocent twins action. In fact, when the twins are the ones that start, that's what we doing over here, Kay. We asking questions, baby. Okay. Yes, we have. I think both young men handle it wrong as well. We've been talking about it over here, Kay. So we gonna say this is not Austin. We gonna say that this is not Carmelo. Okay. Now that video, I wanted to get it from you all. I wanted to come from you all. What do y'all think about that video? And so if you want to talk, I dropped the link and everything. That video, I looked at that video, and y'all, please don't believe everything y'all see out there. I don't believe that was them as well. Now we Kay said that people is questioning Carmelo action. We over here on this channel, we questioning both of them action. Cause first of all, you keep your hands to yourself. You kept finding it. Oh, okay. Okay, Devin. Okay. You keep your hands to yourselves. That's where I'm gonna answer that whole question. I'm gonna both action. They should have kept their hands to themselves. He shouldn't have put his hand on him, but and he shouldn't have put his hand on Carmelo, because that's not his child. And Carmelo shouldn't have pulled that knife out and stepped him in the heart. But y'all so stuck on self-defense, but not the law of self-defense. What's appropriate, what's not appropriate, when to use it, when not to use it. So we're not going to argue over here. That's not what we're gonna do. We get to the point. So I just wanted to share that video with y'all. Y'all came up to the point. That's not them. And I said Carmelo and Austin look like teenagers. They look like real teenagers, young men. Now I want to get to this activist. I want to get to the activists. I think that people are engaging in more of an argument about this instead of the real reason and the real truth. It's because y'all looking at so many different videos out there. You're looking at so many different videos, and I want to get into this activist. He started out okay with me. He started out okay with me. And I'm on the truth side. I'm on the truth side. I want to know what happened and how did it happen like that. And you have to find out the mind setting of these boys, y'all. Because you got to remember when they came back, you got to remember things that Hunter said. You got to remember the thing that the police said, that uh Carmelo said. We haven't heard Carmelo say that. We heard the officers say this, but we didn't hear it from Carmelo. So only person that y'all heard spoke on this case was Hunter. Hunter told his part. Hunter said that so this is what the way we're gonna live in life. You push me and I stab you. That's what we're gonna do now. That's the kind of time we're living in. Y'all need to start praying. Because if somebody push me like that, oh, I'm supposed to get my pistol out my pocketbook and shoot them. That's what y'all saying. Now y'all put the what we got to sit down. I wish they would straighten this situation out because y'all don't know the law. It's not us making up the law. You got to know the law. This seems supposed to went like this. Even if somebody's sitting up under your tent and it's raining, usually a trap runner say, "Oh, it's cool. You can stay over here out the rain." They don't. Their sportsmanlike and sportsmanship conduct. It's not like this. But y'all got to remember, you don't know what went on before neither one of them boys left home went on that school. Why I bring a knife to track meet? Because I'm not protective. I'm not safe. Why is I'm not safe? That I mentioned this to my coach that I want to say you're supposed to feel safe around the coaches and the police and stuff. And what made that young man had the audacity to put his hand on him? But that's I don't want to put the message out there to the kids. Well, all right, they push you, you push him back with a knife and kill him, stab him in the heart, and you run. Now this young man didn't run away. He didn't run away. He went straight to the police. And I didn't hear nothing Carmelo said. So let's get into the NGAN. Okay. How did it get this far? This get how, it's crazy. If it gotten to this far, we got to look at both sides because Anthony, uh, Carmelo, I wasn't there, but listening to what was said by Hunter and the officers, I'm just confused about what they said because Anthony don't seem like the aggressor in this. He don't seem like the aggressor and the person who frustrated because he's up under somebody else's tent and he's chilling. Now I'm gonna let him talk, but I'm gonna still come in like I supposed to. I'm gonna tell you something. When I looked at that stadium and I saw the tent on the rail when you come up the steps right there where the finish line, y'all block people from walking through there. So that means that if I come up those stairs from that end of the stadium, I got to go up this bleachers and come out around. No tent supposed to be set up in the walkway, y'all. And I seen a tent in the walkway. And we do sit down. We do sit down. When we see somebody at a track meet, when we see they tent up and ain't nobody under, we do sit there for a minute. Because I done that before, to stay out the sun for a minute. And then I left. I said, oh, how y'all doing? Then I left. But they already know in the district, you know each other. The school, some of them kids who play sports together against each other, they know each other. They recognize each other. They heard of you. Did y'all hear what that man said? He said, we cannot, y'all can't be biased in this. He got to remember what he's saying now. You can't be biased because we here for justice. So this justice must be fair. I'm not here to say, oh, you hit first, hit first, hit first. I want to make sure uh, what was how he got threatened. Something threatened, something he was afraid of when he came there because he brought a knife. Something he was afraid of when he got pushed. Y'all got it's some on it, something on both on mine. The boy wasn't in nobody book bag. The boy wasn't doing nothing like that. And he definitely wasn't gonna move. So the mind is something that we got to really look at, y'all. And justice is what we want. And we want fairness. Okay? And we got to protect from all this bias, y'all. So bias out here over this case right here. And I'm looking at them at two students, and I'm gonna keep on continue what I said. I blame the authority. I don't blame them two boys. He said, "What? We cannot we cannot allow white America to decide how black." Okay, we can't allow that to happen because right now we're having a conversation. If I say something, you're going to be biased. If not necessarily, but it can happen by you being that biased and going to say something negative. Y'all still attacking, but you got to go. This the law we working with. You can't allow no one to speak the way you want them to speak. About this case, you can't allow. He's saying that you can't allow a lot of mixed message is going to come in this situation because it was a black student that stabbed a white student. Supposed to have been a black student stabbing a black student. How would y'all look at it then? Like nothing? I just don't understand people these days. Now he said, we can't allow white America to decide when and how black people can speak. And y'all can't make nobody see the light like you want to see. Let's see the truth. Everybody over here, we both looking at the law. We looking at the truth and we looking at the law. We heard it. We heard, but the only thing that we haven't heard from is Karmelo. We heard what the officer said, but we didn't hear what Karmelo said. But we heard Hunter. Hunter said some things. I understand what he just said. We live the race card every day. It's the young people don't know that they dealing with that period. They think it's disappeared, but it never went nowhere. It's always been there. Race car always been there. In the school system, it's everywhere. On your jobs, it's everywhere. It ain't went nowhere. It's just I know how to conduct myself, and it's just like y'all freely, but not concentrating, not thinking, and like that. It's still there. The race card's still like it ain't going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. But I'm trying to still see how did y'all put that in this case. But then you got two boys on Bell Mountain got shot in the back of the head, and y'all want to call that MS. But you ain't about that. And then you got a fireman, a Caucasian fireman, took picture of the boys, and then the high school, the children at the high school got it. This is not supposed to happen. Anytime a child is lost to the family, I don't like violence. I don't like it. I don't like it. And for that to happen to that young man, it shouldn't have happened, but it happened, y'all. It's just like when you turn your head, go in there and cook, and the baby walking around, the baby don't did something or drink something or do something. Soon you turn your head, somebody fighting. Just imagine if you was a teacher and you see this in the morning, early in the morning, during breakfast time, it's a fight. We have to stand in the cafeteria on cafeteria duty and make sure that there's no fight. They're in line, sitting down eating. Y'all, it's just so much. If parents start standing up and be parents, sit out there with your child until the coach comes. We got to start being parents and stop blaming these students, these children. How about that part? That they move, moving. Trying to talk to my dog, y'all. I'm sorry. Jesus. Um, they got videos, y'all, of what. How did it get to where it had to get to the parents' house? Do y'all know that a Carmelo family is a decent family? Yeah, they've been living in Frisco as well. Don't y'all know there are people of color that do have money, have good jobs and everything. They've been in that area as well. Decent family as well. Not on Section 8. Everybody on I can't get on Section 8. They work for it. Don't you know that, boy? I think that I don't, and I'm gonna stick with. I don't understand why if he's from Frisco, why they don't never heard of each other. You can't tell me that they keep saying they don't know each other, but I bet they heard of each other. I bet they heard of each other. I guarantee you that them boys heard of each other. We so quick about they never heard. That he even said they don't even they never heard each other. Shoot, I might not go to my school. Even supposed to happen. Why y'all over there on that lady property? I hope she sued everybody who did that. Anybody? I know she got a ring camera because this is violence. But we can't find out what happened to Nazir and Kazir Lewis on top of the mountain. But here we is over him fighting in a war for this. So you see how folks stick by their people. But it's our community that don't do that. Now when they see that y'all doing it, it's different. It's getting out of hand, y'all. It's getting out of hand. That's because that's the mind thinking that we are on now. Y'all on. I'm not me. Because I can deal with you. I ain't got to put up with you. Just said, he said, okay, they people on Section 8 can be Mexican, white people, black people. It doesn't matter. They can be next door to you and they be on Section 8. A black neighborhood, we don't like that. We don't mind them being there, but you got to treat that hood like we treat that hood. So y'all not the only one think like that. We want our community to run just like we've been having it ran. But if you got to step in and you have to Introduce yourself and let them know we're not going to tolerate this in our neighborhood, and run them out of your neighborhood. So we don't want them in our neighborhood. But if it's a decent family trying to get off their feet in your neighborhood, they got that not just in Frisco, they got it in everywhere. And then you be like, not here. I've been over here in my area for 25 years. And if I say something, I'm gonna say something. We ain't have that problem over here because all us older and we still in our house and our kids little. But when we see other areas of the neighborhood, they keep it clean like we do. So in areas, we got to stop being biased of when people trying to do better. You do have some young people out there trying to make a living, trying to do good, trying to do right with their family. So let's get out of it. Let's get out of it. Long you run your community.
So many different hateful images, just hateful things that
Right.
unbiased and removed of racial hate and bigotry. I want to make it very clear, and I say this from my heart and my own personal reference. If someone wants to say race is not in this situation and should be, well, I ask and say, don't always play the race card. We don't play the race card.
Hmm.
We live a reality. We also feel that it's too high.
When I first heard of his bond, I was looking at him as a child, period. I wasn't looking at him as his color. I wasn't looking at this. I'm not looking at this case as no color. Now I'm looking at the law that y'all got in Texas. This is the law that y'all voted on. So why y'all mad? And this the law that y'all voted on. Now, when I first heard the bond, I said that bond too high for that child. He ain't no threat to to run going out of town. This is his first offense. This is the first time he ever did something like this. This is his first time. And don't forget, he's 17, the same age as Kyle Rittenhouse. Don't forget that he's 17 just like him. Okay?
Because guess what? We've been here when Aaron Dean was arrested. We was here when Amber Guyger was arrested. $200,000. The system has a problem. I want to be able to do is ensure that we was able to everything that it can be. A statement that was
Or false. They don't tell a lie on an autopsy. They are people, you can't believe everything that you hear on the internet. These people out here, the little change that I make more than that. But these people out here putting out this false information on this case, making it worse than what it is. But that's what people do to put money in their pocket, y'all. To put food on their table. They'll lie. They'll make up a story. I don't have to do that. I don't have to. I'm retired. And he plead guilty. He plead self-defense, just like Carmelo did. Rittenhouse was a young man, Kyle, back in 2021. He felt afraid. He felt threatened. He shot some people. He shot three because he said he was scared. Self-defense. But his case wasn't no self-defense to me.
Cannot trust everything that is online. The disinformation that this case.
Right.
And stop, y'all. As we know it right now,
Now that's the only thing. Only thing I want to make sure. I know that the brothers say they don't know each other. I know the brothers say they don't know each other. But they in the same district. Y'all say he was famous. Y'all say Austin was famous. MVP. That mean if we know the boys, y'all. I ran the clock at the football stadium in the district, and I know who's the best football player out there. Who I know the boys at each one of them teams about to grade to shine out there. Who got scholarships? You know what school that does what? So only thing I don't understand is why they don't know. They don't have to know each other. Why they ain't never heard of each other before? That's what's strange to me. And they good players. I just don't understand that part. But I like what he said about the disinformation. Because when you come in somebody chat and you start talking negative, that means that's false. That's disinformation. Because you're saying something that where you get it from? Where you get it from? How you know the person that you watch every day ain't lying to y'all? Y'all need to do your own research, people. Cause propaganda is out there on those channels. They are misleading y'all just to get money, to get views, to get numbers. Y'all not understanding it.
not know each other. Let's stop it. They were not at a party together. Let's stop the lies regarding inflation. We also know that both Austin Cleft, the twin brothers, were on the roster that day to be at that track meet. We also know that Carmelo Anthony was on the roster that day to be at that track meet. We know they both arrived, all of them arrived to this facility the transportation of Frisco ISD. The lights has to stop, y'all. The legal strategy, I'm not talking that today because that's not my place. I'm not the lawyer. I think you guys have all had a statement in regard that the lawyers have asked for a bone reduction, and they will release that in the way. We are solely here because where racism and bigotry and hate arises. The Next Generation Action Network will be there and will respond to that hate. We will not allow our communities to go under attack. We know that when people see a white and a black man in an unfortunate situation happen, that race always become a factor in that situation. And it's really because people don't want to really have a conversation that we social media.
Y'all believe? Hold on, y'all. Let me straighten this up. Hold on for a minute. How enforcement said about this case that Karmelo said? How do y'all believe what the law enforcement said that happened? Can you think about this, y'all? If I'm afraid, if I am scared, and then Dan, welcome to the chat, and I will look into that, young man, because that's what I was doing. If I'm afraid, I'm scared, I don't have a knife in my hand. Got a knife in the boy heart, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know where that knife was, what kind of knife it was. Why? I don't know. And if I'm scared, I ran. I got off in under tent. I went straight to the police. Just how scared I was. And I started volunteer information. And they saw blood on his hand. Why did they say you have the right to remain silent? Anything you say will be held against you in the state court of law, or whatever they supposed to say. I knew it because I be looking at cops. But I'm saying, think about it, y'all. He start asking about the law. Don't know 16, 17-year-olds supposed to be talking to the police about no law. That's not your lawyer. That's not your attorney. So what did Karmelo really tell those officers? We ain't heard from Karmelo. We ain't heard from him. All we heard from the police in Frisco. That's their county. That's their city. We ain't heard from them. And that's the same city where Karmelo from. So I don't know whether to believe them or not. I want to hear Karmelo's side.
that's a lie, right? The family saw an autopsy report. You know what I mean? Now, at the end of the day, because of my experience growing up in the film report, you know what I mean? Something like that be released in the matter of 2 days, right?
Right.
So we was able to dispel that really quick, right? You know what I mean? And we knew that that was never going to be the avenue that the county medical examiner would release that information, right? And so it made it very hard. So what we asked to be able, when they're this, you know what I mean, for a scene, you would think person who that all Carmelo Anthony was just
Appreciate this match that y'all is Carmelo. They're not talking about the honor, the road, and all that good stuff, the sports, how respectful, what kind of home he came from. They're not speaking on that. They're saying all this stupidity information on their channel. Like that's why I came to my people first. And what I did to y'all, I showed y'all a video. I said I'm going to ask my people because I trust my people on my channel. I trust my people on my channel. I do listen to them. And when I showed the video to y'all, as soon as Devin responded, anybody out there respond, I took your word. But I did my research before I took your word. But I'm glad that you thought like I thought. That's those real people down to earth people. That's why a lot of people don't watch me because I'm gonna keep it real and I'm gonna keep it down to earth. And I'm not gonna play with this. This is serious. We want the truth. And the truth is not out there, y'all. They're not giving y'all the truth. Y'all just believe in what y'all content creators say. Because that's just the only person that you're supposed to stick with. That's not true. Stop doing it. Move around. Move around. Don't be stuck.
you know what I mean. It's just some of those things that the family knows and things that were expressed. Like the family knows they got to the bus to do that because Carmelo Anthony's car was at his school. You know what I mean? So it's these type of lies that is being expressed on media that's making it hard for a lot of family to trust. So that's the reason why we had this to be able to ask, you know, answer any questions. also not only like that had people in government officials.
And I'm gonna tell you something too. United States Trek. A lot of people saw bias. So far, they've been saying the same thing that they saw. See, pushing somebody to us will react different. But y'all gotta remember, we're not in our time. We're in these young people time where it's easy to get to a weapon. They live these mentality of knife and guns. We used our our certified hand, but it's different now, y'all. It's different. It's different. They are sensitive than they were back then. These kids are so sensitive. And you know what really tripped me out? All of this racism coming out, but then you got the kids, the same kids, other kids, a nationality, cussing the teachers out. But what y'all gonna do about that? And the teachers cannot teach their class because they so busy writing people up. So let's look at this and what the PE teachers have to go through. You got 45 students in one class on one teacher, and then they got to and deal with stuff like this. We don't focus. We focus. We putting so much focus on things instead of the law. The law, the self-defense law. Let y'all didn't vote in Texas, in Frisco. Y'all didn't vote. Did y'all vote for that law? Did y'all fight for not having that law? What did y'all do about this self-defense law? What did y'all do about standing? Y'all said y'all want to do the stand the ground stuff. Now, when they put it down for you so you protect yourself, now y'all complaining. Now you're blaming each other because the law like it is.
Their own personal social media false narratives that are coming out against Carmelo Anthony, and we were able to report that information to them regarding it. Tell me that they have, but there are interviews in regard
For a
some of the
second.
information that we were getting.
Second. Because I'm looking at something right here and something different uh, on my phone. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hold on, let me do this. Let's put, I'm going to put Carmelo picture right there, okay? Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go.
To you know see what this investigation was going and how it was being being together because we didn't know what to trust. Evaluation early and unbiased. I think that about we have
I think that they should have. They don't. A lot of people. That's just a lot of people. They don't think that he's gonna have a good trial. For some reason, why I think that he's gonna. I think that he might have a fair trial there because you got it Now I heard a little girl say heard again. That's heard. Can't believe everything that you heard. But she's now I don't want to say that because that's putting out information that we don't they never said that in the news. But okay.
I can only see what from her on out in protecting his family and making sure that going right. I will have a discussion with their family attorney too as well. I can release you social media posts that have been pushed out of their home. Okay with the 75 people they say they say about video. They have collected video. So it is video. If they have collected the video, there are several different videos. So attorneys will, of course, he's appointed an attorney that is done by the family. The gentleman that presented, he were the attorney of was able to notify them and retain by this type of confusion as to. So for now, y'all, if there, that's an open. I didn't ask about. I didn't ask pretty much is on the certain that they is a particular blogger that's mental audience that they're
Tell y'all that a lot of these and giving y'all false information. If it don't, it's not really you believe out there. Oh, you the best, you the this. Well, you don't know. They're showing y'all the information where I'm got what my got my info. And this man is saying to and quit to give these people all this energy, all these lights, all these money, all this money, and they're not even being honest with y'all. You got some creators out there, they're telling the truth, and some y'all just believe everything. They don't that mean because they did that case right there don't mean that they did. Come on, y'all. Wake up, America. Please wake up. Everything that you hear on YouTube, these people be lying. Some of these folks be lying, but y'all believe in the truth before y'all believe in a lie before you believe in the truth. And that's funny to me. Cause I was like, I said, nah, I ain't gonna lie like that. I ain't gonna lie like that. I can't do people like that because what goes around come back around. That's why I don't lie like that. I ain't gonna do that. And you can say, oh, a lie. That's just the devil, or you saying that it's a lie because I'm showing you the information. So I don't have to prove. I don't like proving myself like that. So I'm different from most people. I'm not gonna start a riot, some kind of fight. I like this man. I like what he's saying. I like what he's saying about this information. Y'all believe everything y'all hear. What he talking to y'all, telling y'all still don't believe him, but you'll believe in a lie.
It's because of the type of information that Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony had a fight the day before or a week before. Or at this point, there's nobody at this time that's
Video that I showed y'all this morning, and just like one of my subscribers said, that's false video. They lied on that video, y'all. Y'all saw that video I just showed y'all. They made that video up as if them boys really know each other.
of course they probably
Y'all, what did I look? Listen. I don't know everything, but I do have common sense. What did I tell y'all at the beginning of my uh uh content? I said them boys got to know of each other because y'all don't been in track in football before. You know they don't know each other, but they know of each other. Yes, they do, because they in the same what district, but they don't mean that they know each other. So y'all, I'm not making up nothing when I tell y'all if it make dollar make sense now. I just told y'all they gotta hurt each other because they in the same district. Common sense. But that don't mean that I know you. But I heard them two boys heard of each other. Cause they on the football team. They in the district, same district.
and so um, that's a lot. Like the picture, I believe there was a picture that went on social media. This is Austin Metcalf and Carmelo, and that is a lot. So that's a false narrative. Anything else? Social media posts before you send it to them. I ask that people, if you're really trying to help, I ask that y'all continue to support um, this family. I know that the community has overwhelmingly support this family and the tragedy that has happened in this situation. Um, but I ask that people, when they're sharing information, please verify the source of the information that you are sharing. Because if you're trying to help Carmelo and false narratives is not helping. This situation is too delicate to be spreading false information. There are a lot of different things people taking screenshots, and it's looking in the day and age that we have with artificial intelligence. Someone can take created with a letterhead with statement and put it out. And our culture be please. I just want to this like many men after case them to see a human is a rights organization, right? To to be able to say with her question, um, that so many people on social media put as because I couldn't trust whether that was true. Because I just feel like artificial intelligence I have saw existed.
Man, y'all activists, so many, like they was saying how what they do, good, the greatest content creator. I'm looking, I'm like, wow, why is they playing with this case? This is it's somebody died in this. This is serious. We ain't got to just worry about uh Karmelo and Austin. The awareness is all the kids out here. It's watching this. I'm about to do that then. I'm about to try that and see what happened. We as adults, we got to be careful about this stuff like this.
And being said, uh, you know, that's pretty much it in regards to the investigation. I hope that I can see some in the coming days. I also told them, hey, existence to address this in the next coming investigation matter of
It's the schools. It's the schools. It's the school Karmelo went to. It's the school in the district. It's the school all over the world. Y'all gotta be careful with the way we spreading information, false information at that. Let me see what's going on. Okay. I don't know why y'all. Hey, let me ask y'all something. Anybody out there having trouble with their StreamYard? Because I'm sitting here looking at my phone and I'm keep getting some different information that I'm getting off the StreamYard. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm sick of it though. Okay, y'all. Let me get my information out to my people.
family or in the legal matter of anybody in this situation, right? Our sole job today is from an advocacy standpoint in making sure that we give voice to the community. I'll end with this. Yes. I cannot speak to that. I cannot speak to that in regards to that. I can't. I cannot. I can't. I can speak to that because I believe that first of all, even if I had the answer to that or whatever, I wouldn't say it because that's part of his defense, and I think there's going to be an appropriate time where they're going to speak to what was going on. What I can do is read, and I believe power, and it's a self-defense claim. Any other people, that no matter what my person contradicted, can have it. You go around with a brass knuckle, all these steps, it's black person.
I'm gonna ask you about what is come occur. Stand your ground. It's self-defense law. Y'all, that's why it's good to vote, y'all. This is what you can complain about. This is what you complain about, okay? And in this case right here, I don't think that it's y'all made it racism. But what I'm saying is it's like you're making the racism among each other now because a person don't see things the way you see. But I just feel so sorry for the teachers because they see it every day. Now they don't brought it to the track meet. They bring it on the football field, on the football stadium. Now they making their way.
Problem. And that's not me spitting hate or race or bigotry. That's the facts. And like I could have stated, what we're not going to do after 400 years of oppression of black people in America is yet justify ourselves every time a situation comes up with one of our children. We want them to have those same rights that everybody else. We want him to have his same day in court as Cal Rittenhouse. We want him to have his same day in court like everybody else. Will be answered. Fairness in this case. The people, that's worse in regards to why the next generation is.
I'm upset some y'all. I don't care this situation right here. Y'all, we sit here as adults and grown people, and we are talking about if my son, if somebody push you, stab him. If you feel threatened, stab them or shoot them. What message are we telling the younger people, the younger generation? What? Cause these the ones who getting your weapon and bringing it to the school. This happened every day. It just so happened at a track meet. This is what the teachers so happy. They say so glad that y'all see what they've been talking about. They ain't happy because they've been writing it up. This is what the teachers see every day: guns and knife, guns and knife. And then y'all got the metal detector. How he get through that with the knife and the gun, the knife? This not supposed to happen, y'all, but it happened. So it's an eye opener for everyone. This is what the teachers see every morning. Other hours, they come to school like this early in the morning. Wrong is wrong. All I got to say is y'all better start. You can't. You so sad that you can't tell your child keep the hand to themselves because now you hear people say my nanny want to use the law. Also, you saying that it's an eye for an eye. So the only time you want to complain about an eye for an eye is because when you are right, when your side is right. See, you can't be like that in this situation right here. You can't be like this in this situation right here. You being biased. Because if it what the other person said that mama, what I did was since he pushed me, uh, I stabbed all black people not violent like that. And he not to me, to be honest, Carmelo was an aggressor to me. It seemed more like it was the other end aggressor. And he made I can't say that he made a poor decision. I don't think he was intentionally come to want to come to the track meet to take somebody's life, but it just made me think that from the beginning of my communication that what was on his mind when he got to that track meet. And sometimes, y'all, if you sit close to the finish line, sometimes they do have the long jump right there, the long jump pit. Okay, why was he there so early? What was his team? Where were the team sitting? There's a lot of questions behind it, but we haven't heard what Carmelo had to say. We haven't heard Carmelo. We heard what the officer said. We ain't heard nothing Carmelo said. It's two sides to every story. And Hunter did admit that his brother pushed him. And because he wouldn't move. A child can't make another child move. They can't. Can't nobody make you get up out your seat that way. Go get the security and start trying to be security guard. Start trying to be a hero. Go, y'all got to follow the protocols. You got to do that. You got to follow the law, the procedures. Let the law handle that right there. You have a problem now somebody moving? Let the law handle. I don't do no arguing, fussing y'all, but you got to remember these are teenagers. And boys gonna be boys. They're gonna challenge the situation. They don't fight like y'all my brothers and cousins did back in the days. They don't do that. They shoot and they stab. That's what they do. But you cannot put your hand on no one to make them move. You can't do that. I ain't on nobody's side. Because I think that if they had been supervised, this wouldn't have happened. That's whose side I'm on. I'm not on. It's them people who weren't supervising, them grown folks who in the 11th grade.
I'll say this: anybody that is putting stuff out here in this case, and this is the reason why the Next Generation Action Network, until that letter that we sent, stay silent while we investigated in this case, because we knew that we had a responsibility to ensure that we put out the facts, truth, and that we do exactly what we are talking about.
Right.
And I just say this: the media on to arsonist or whatever and stuff like that. That I case, he's don't put your.
That's what I just told y'all. And the police don't know about that part, but we know what Hunter said. Hunter said it. Look, the fella said, "You put your hand on me, you'll see what happened." And what his brother do? Put his hand on him. Why he did it? Hunter said he couldn't get over there quick enough. That's now. I would have never had my son being interviewed. And they would have never interviewed my son. No, y'all can't interview him. We got a court date. No. Because everything he say can use against him in those interviews, y'all. What if somebody right now, if one of these bloggers step up and interview you, anything that you said on that blogger platform can have your behind sent up in court too. Okay? Because that's the information they was on your channel. They're gonna get strict on this, y'all. They're gonna really get strict. They're gonna get strict on this. A lot of y'all ain't gonna be able to do what you do now. Now let's go here. Now I've seen this. I saw this, and I think that it really hurt my heart. I want to keep this picture. I like this image right here. I love this image of these two young men. Two. He ain't gonna be able to get no scholarship. His life over with too. With being a playing his career over. Karmelo career is over. This baby was not gonna never be here. It's just like he's not here. You think he gonna not? You think he don't miss playing? Gonna miss playing football, running track, playing soccer, anything to stay in condition? Doing his work in school. It's happening to our good ones. Oof. Poor teachers. Now, Lord, what I hit that for? I'm sorry, y'all. And lastly, I'm gonna show y'all this information. Hold on, y'all. I did it again. Okay, let me move this down. Karmelo Anthony is charged with murder. For allegedly stabbing. I didn't know he was charged with murder. I thought they said he wasn't charged with murder. Anthony stabbed. We already know that, but those are people that have to work and they don't know this. He was stabbed Anthony stabbed Austin at a high school track meet, Kendall last Wednesday. Brothers after an argument on the field. Tell me in the chat is this. Parents used to say, keep your hand yourself because you tired of your child coming home crying about this person keep messing with them. Your child trying to do what you say, but they don't even know each other. I don't even say how we get here. I really don't. I don't know how we got here. I don't see how we got here. And that boy do need justice. Austin do need justice. Yes, he do. And I want this young man to get help because he going to be young when he come out of there. He's still going to be a young man when he come out of there. He going to need some help. I know he having a fit. I wonder what they doing to get him some help while he in there, y'all. Do they care? Or they just lock you up and throw away the keys? But I don't know why people think he's not going to be locked up. I don't know why. The charge is going to be different, but he's going to be locked up. And it's just, this case really surprised me when I'm hearing the men talk about it. Some men's talking about it, but they making a fun out of this. A mockery out of what's going on with this case right here. And Austin didn't deserve to be stabbed. And Anthony didn't deserve to be shoveled. When are y'all going to learn to get up and walk away? When you going to get up and walk away? Somebody got to be the biggest person. Why you didn't think about going to get help? You're not a coach. You can't do that. You seen that this happened somewhere. Somebody saw this. Somebody did this before. It's not what you say to a person. It's how you say it to a person. Make me move. It all depends on the way you came to me. I tell you what, you make me move. But instead, it was like, you stab, you touch me, you'll see what happened. God, that's a threat. Why you didn't go get the police? Why you go get your coach? I know how to handle that right with children. Just imagine, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all up no longer. I just want to put a thought in your mind. And Don, I'm looking up that case you talking about. I'm looking that up. It's the boy. Yeah, you say he was 16. I know they would mention something about an 8-year-old. I want to put this out there. Y'all gonna make that law go back the way it used to be. Because this was an eye-opener for the whole track. Y'all about to make United States Track and Field change their law. That's what y'all about to do. I'm just telling y'all. But we were happy with the stand your ground. Y'all were happy with the stand your ground law and self-defense. That's in that law. So y'all now y'all not happy with it because it happened to one of yours. But when your community start voting, y'all young people need to start voting. Stop running your mouth and go in there and vote. You're 18 years old, go in there and vote. Parents, know what you voted for. When you start talking about 17, when a child turns 17, them teenagers, they're reading up on the law, y'all. Y'all got social media now. Y'all got social media now. And nobody said nothing about this boy right here was right what he did. I just don't understand how we got to this point, to where he stabbed him in the heart. Why not the arm? Why not the leg? He still could have died, no matter. But why not the arm? Why not the leg? What reason would he come into him? Why? Why? Y'all young people put grown adults in situations to where y'all we got to start praying. They need to put prayer back in school. Look like when they took prayer out of school, boy. But now this is what they do now, y'all. They do moment of silence. They do moment of silence. That's when you can pray. I prayed every day because you don't know who came to school mad. What they eat last night. What happened? What you get yelled out for in the morning. Y'all see the same thing happen to them. It's the same thing what these teachers been trying to tell y'all for years. But y'all go to the school and cuss the teachers out. Don't put your hand on my daughter. My daughter said you talk to me. You really waste your time. You must don't work nowhere. You need to discipline your child. You can't discipline nobody grown. I feel sorry for the teachers. There's no way I look at that way. It's sorry for the teachers. I commend those teachers because this is what they deal with, racism. Among your own student and other people of different nationality. This is what y'all been here. Stop pretending like y'all don't know the race card here. It been here. But the thing about these children don't care nothing about what we talking about. It's only giving attention to us. Cause guess what them children gonna do? They're gonna turn around and still be friends. And still he ha with each other. While we sitting up there talking about it, they ain't studying these children. These high school students ain't worrying about this mess. They ain't worrying about this. It's us. The adults. You really think they children worry about this? Man, please. They ain't worrying about this, man. These kids ain't like they used to be. We the one worrying. They ain't worrying about a darn thing. They want to know when the next race. Are they going to the state? They talking about going playing football and playing soccer, trying out. And we the only ones in here fussing about this. I just can't wait till Monday. They're not gonna show us. I just want to know. Bring that boy bond down. Bring that boy bond. Bring his bond down. I don't see so many cases where worse than this. With $1 million bonds. Let them out. He go let them out. Get him a bond. Bring the bond down. Bring the bond down. That's y'all law. That's what y'all voted on. So work around it. I'm out of here.